For years, ABBA fans thought they knew everything about Benny Andersson and Agnetha Fältskog's legendary partnership. But just when everyone thought the story was set in stone, Benny dropped a revelation that no one saw coming. What did he say about Agnetha that left fans in shock? Was there more to their relationship than just music? And why is he choosing to speak about it now? Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear changes everything you thought you knew about ABBA. From composing to producing, Benny's influence on ABBA's sound is undeniable. But in a recent reflection on ABBA's journey, he kept coming back to one name, Agnetha. Together, they shaped the sound of a generation. But what Benny recently admitted about Agnetha proves that their relationship wasn't just about hit records. For years, fans saw them as just another songwriting duo. But Benny's latest comments suggest there was something deeper. He described Agnetha as a force that transformed his own artistry. But what did he really mean? And why is he opening up about it now, after all these years? To find the answer, we have to go back to where it all began. The early 1970s marked a turning point for both Benny and Agnetha. Benny had already made a name for himself with the Hep Stars, one of Sweden's most successful pop groups. Meanwhile, Agnetha was establishing herself as a solo artist, her voice capturing the attention of industry insiders. When they met, it wasn't just a typical introduction. Benny later admitted that when he was searching for a collaborator, he wasn't just looking for a talented singer. He wanted someone who could challenge him. And that's exactly what Agnetha did. While this led to some of ABBA's biggest hits, it also caused tension. Their working styles didn't always align. Benny was a perfectionist, demanding flawless execution of every note and lyric. Agnetha, on the other hand, focused on the raw emotion behind the music. Fans saw the polished performances, the chart-topping hits, and the effortless harmonies. But behind the scenes, things were much more complicated. Benny was relentless in the studio, pushing Agnetha to her limits. Recording sessions stretched for hours as he fine-tuned every detail. The pressure of delivering perfection was overwhelming. Some of ABBA's greatest songs were born from this struggle. But was it worth the cost? At the same time, fame was taking its toll. Agnetha once described the experience as feeling trapped in a glass box, watched by millions but isolated in her own struggles. Benny, who preferred working behind the scenes, didn't experience fame in the same way. But he saw what it was doing to Agnetha. In his recent reflection, he admitted that he didn't fully understand how much she was struggling at the time. As ABBA soared to new heights, their personal lives began to fall apart. Agnetha's marriage to Björn was crumbling, and Benny's relationship with Anifrid was also deteriorating. Instead of tearing the band apart immediately, they channeled their emotions into their music. Their songs took on a deeper meaning, filled with themes of loss, heartbreak, and longing. One song, "The Winner Takes It All," remains one of the most emotional tracks in ABBA's history. Eventually, it became impossible to ignore the cracks. ABBA officially disbanded in the early 1980s, and just like that, Benny and Agnetha went their separate ways. For years, they had little to no contact. Fans speculated, was there resentment, regret? Would they ever work together again? Neither of them spoke much about it. Benny focused on new musical projects, while Agnetha disappeared from the spotlight. But after years of silence, ABBA shocked the world when they announced their Voyage album. Benny and Agnetha, who had barely spoken for years, were back in the studio together. But what had changed? For years, Benny had avoided looking back, focusing on composing for orchestras and writing for theater. Agnetha had chosen a life away from the public eye. So why now? According to Benny, something shifted. He finally started to see their partnership in a new light. He admitted that Agnetha's voice was always the soul of ABBA's music, that her influence was greater than he had ever acknowledged. Agnetha, too, had come to terms with her past. She once said that she thought she had left it all behind, but when she returned, it felt right. This time, there was no pressure, no expectations. It was just about the music. ABBA's music still resonates with people across the world. Their songs aren't just pop hits, they are emotional time capsules of a journey filled with passion, tension, and resilience. Do you think Benny's revelation changes the way we see ABBA's history? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a story like this. Thanks for watching.